Hey folks, here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video. So we've got another update. It's not a big update, it's a mini, mid update, because usually the big updates come at like the end of each month, right? There's like a monthly one, and then this is like a mini one. It mainly goes over a lot of the Legendary Arena stuff and like a new feature update thing, right? So let's go over the in-game stuff first, and then we'll then go over the Datamined stuff. So if you log into the game, you will see that the UI has changed, right? The menu has changed. So it made medals larger, missions larger, settings, decks larger, and made like bag, account, invitations, other stuff, game center, and friends smaller for some reason. Anyways, so there's that, I guess. New stuff over here. UI is different for that. And then you get like adventure logs. You get a collective strength total of all your sync pairs. If you want to, flex that, I guess. Shows how many sync pairs you have in the decks, all that stuff, how many days you logged in, this, that, your, main story progress, all that stuff, and then how many medals you have, how many star medals are these, and all that stuff. You get to choose like a favorite medal, which will display, on your, thing when in the friends list. We'll go over the medal stuff, right now. So there's a new medal system. Basically, you get, PML badges, right? Those turned into like medals now, I guess, sorta. And then there's other medals that you could complete, and complete certain quests, and then you could obtain these medals. These medals don't really do much other than you could equip it to your character. It's like cosmetics / show off, because you could, equip certain, you could like favorite certain ones, and then like you could show them off, and flex them in your friends list, I guess. So yeah, there's also going to be Legendary Arena medals as well, as Legendary Arena specific medals, so you could show those off. Those look pretty cool. They have like an ENTEI thing on it. But anyways, we'll go over that in a second, but just the ones that we have right now. Complete Battle Villa halls, all that stuff. Just different halls, 15, 20, 25, that's a 3-star one, right? A golden one. And then you got Villa Hall 30, that's I guess that's Diamond one, 4-star. And then there's some other stuff. Use emote 30 times. You get that medal thing. Evade an opponent's move 10 times. Get another medal for that. Complete one battle where you defeat the opponent using last word, which is kind of weird, but okay. Defeat 3 opponents at once using a single move. You're trying to use AoEs there, all that stuff. Lock level cap for 5 or more sync pairs. Lock level cap or 5 times for 20 or more sync pairs. Lock level cap 5 times for 50 or more sync pairs. Talk to the trainer in Pokemon Center 30 times. Obtain 1 million coins. Obtain 3 million coins. Obtain 5 million coins. And then this one's a weird one. Use a following move 10 times against a black belt. Only counts if the battle is completed. Hyper Beam. And the only unit in the whole game that has Hyper Beam is Dragonite, so this is like a Lance only achievement. If you don't have Lance, then you can't get this one, get this medal. So it's only for Lance users, which is kind of weird. But this also, again, points to very, very likely we will get a Lance rerun next month. A lot of things are pointing towards that, right? Because one is our progression in the story, because Lance is going to be one of the next, Lance's team is going to be our next enemy in the PML, right? After Grimsley. After we beat Singsu Grimsley's team, we're going to be fighting Lance, Cynthia, and Steven, right? Steven's coming out at the end of this month, so next month, very likely we get a Lance rerun. We could potentially get Lance Grid there as well. That's why they're probably throwing out this medal here as well. A lot of hints pointing towards us getting Lance very, very soon. So if you don't have Lance right now, don't worry. Again, like I mentioned, Lance very, very likely will be coming soon. And once that thing gets a grid, like Lance is already like stupidly good without a grid. Once that thing gets a grid, oh my god, right? Well, Lance is kind of weird. Like, Lance is potato without supports, but with supports, dude hits like a truck, right? Moving on, last one. Technical Victor. Defeat an opponent 100 times with damage from being poisoned, badly poisoned, burned, or trapped. Only counts when the battle is completed. So those are all our medals, right? You could just go to your missions, I believe, to collect the medals. That's where they are. Collect them all. And we got some medals. That's pretty cool, I guess. So, yeah, that's, I think, all we got for this part of the update, right? So now let's switch over to some Datamine info, right? So, ENTEI, a lot of ENTEI stuff. So all this Datamine stuff, thanks to Crash 180 and Tainted Terror on the Pokemon Masters Reddit Discord server. So yeah, first of all, Entei is dropping on the 11th, so it's dropping with Signasu Grimsley, right? They drop at the same time, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because they're trying to get you to pull for Signasu Grimsley to fight Entei for. Pretty transparent, as is customary for a lot of Legendary events and all that stuff, right? So Legendary Arena, there's some UI stuff. So this is what the UIs look like. That's the Entei badge. I would assume there's more than just a bronze one. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. That's what you get for beating the Entei. And that 30 thing over there, again, this is not like confirmed, but I think that means that 30 thing means you need to use 30 sync pairs to beat Entei. That's kind of massive. 30 sync pairs is a lot. So hopefully this battle is challenging. And so we actually get some more content. Like, this update is just basically a lot of content for us to do, right? So we could grind for those medals, achievements, and also, you know, when the legendary event drops, which is what, 4 days from now or something, right? 3 days. Well, technically 2 days once this once this video is uploaded, but you know, very soon. So there's that as well. And so basically this update is giving us a lot of content to play. A lot of folks have been complaining there's no content in this game, nothing to do. Here's some stuff to do now, I guess. So anyways, that's the UI stuff. And this is the Entei models and stuff. That's the banner for Entei. That looks pretty cool. But, you know, that's about it. Nothing much. That's Entei again. Yeah, big dog. Moving on. Let's this is some rules for the legendary event, and this includes that the opponent's field effects are permanent. So maybe it's gonna like set up sun or something, I would assume. And then it also, the opponent's flinch resistance increases every time it recovers from flinching. So this is basically an anti-Crasher Weak mechanic, right? Or else Crasher Weak might be a bit too strong for it. So they are trying to nerf Crasher Wake in that sense, so Crasher Wake doesn't like just obliterate, the legendary event. Hey, at least they recognize that Crasher Wake is very, very strong. But yeah, they're trying to nerf Crasher Wake in a sense, not like nerf the unit, just for this one stage, right? But yeah, or else Crasher Wake would be kind of overpowered. Since there's only one enemy, right? You just constantly flinch it, and then, you know, they can't do anything. Or not just Crasher Wake, just flinch units in general, right? So, moving on, there's some other stuff. Oh, those are the Entei specific medals: Entei Challenger, Entei Foe, Entei Bane, Queller of Molten Flames. I would assume these are like the different level of the Entei medals. So there's like bronze ones. I'd assume there would be like silver, gold, diamond, or they could be like separate medals. Who knows, right? So let's see. Moving on, the JP official Masters account tweeted this. I retweeted it. Oh yeah. Also, it is indicated that, as a lot of us expected already, right? Or a lot of folks expected that Entei will not be obtainable. So it's basically just like a raid boss thing. At this moment, obviously in the future probably would be obtainable somehow, but at the moment it's not going to be obtainable, Entei as a unit. Also, one thing that I didn't mention on my Twitter account is they Datamined that Entei does have Hyper Beam, so stay prepared. That thing's gonna hurt. This Entei event's definitely gonna be quite difficult, which is in my opinion very nice, because up to now nothing in the game is just really difficult. I mean, Villa is relatively difficult, right? But overall, it's not like that big of a deal. So, yeah, that's them tweeting about the metal stuff. Let's see what else. Oh, this is big news. Signasu Grimsley is now they fixed it, right? It used to be they marked it as a limited Pokefair unit, right? And then they changed it back, so now it's not a limited one. It's just a regular banner, right? Regular banner unit that will appear on every single banner that comes out after. It's just gonna be like a regular unit. It's not gonna be limited, so don't freak out if if you guys don't get it on the Signature Grimsley banner. It will appear in future banners, and probably would be in some kind of featured or what are those called, Leon? Pickup banners? I can't remember. The ones that those select scouts, right? In the future. Well, that's gonna take a while. So again, banners probably gonna have bad rates, but don't worry. You could just get them on any banner, on any Pokefair banner. I know a lot of you guys like summoning on those, right? With the increased rates on 5 stars. So there's that. yeah, basically, yeah, what you do with your medals is you just like flex them, I guess. Oh yeah, I actually tweet about the Hyper Doom thing. 3 parts of Legendary Arena, Challenge Entei Part 1, 2, 3, basically. And yeah, I think that's all for the moment being. So very likely, Lance will get rerun, probably next month, I'd assume, right? With all it's not just this one thing. There's a lot of things pointing to potentially getting a Lance rerun. And with that, we probably would get a Lance Grid. A Lance Grid would be pretty amazing, right? Especially if we get that accuracy for Hyper Beam. That'd be really nice. So, potential Lance rerun, and Lance is the only Pokefair unit that doesn't have a Synchro expansion yet. Like we got Steven has one, seems like Red has one, Cynthia has one, and the only one left is Lance, right? So, Lance getting one would be pretty poggers, and very likely we will get another one next month. The big thing is Singasu Grimsley, not limited. That's poggers. ENTEI dropping on 11th, all that stuff. New medal system, all that stuff. I will be streaming later. Just streaming, just grinding all the medals. Let's see how quickly we get all these. Although some I can't actually get right now because like you have to wait for the battlefield to refresh, so can't actually get some of those. But we'll try to grind it as much as possible and see how how quickly we get all these. But yeah, anyways, that's really this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If there's more info, I'll keep on informing you guys about it. If there's more Datamined stuff that comes out later. Also, you guys could follow me on Twitter, which I usually tweet this info out quicker than videos, because video takes time to upload and YouTube's kind of slow. But yeah, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one then.